This was where they bathed them. We have two rivers down there. There is one river flowing from the upper side. We call that river Ochi or Ama Emisa. You realize Ochi, meaning the river could grab and drown due to the fact that it flows very fast. And then we have one flowing from this side. It's called Ndonkonsio, meaning the slaves' river. The name Ndonkonsio was given to it after the captives were brought here to take their last ever bath. When they walked them for all the miles, they were dirty, looking weak. They fed them for a couple of days here and then allowed them to get back to their normal self. And once they got back to their normal self, it was time for them to clean them and wash them down. Looking at their hairs, they looked bushy and entangled, mostly the men, and their beards all over. So they needed to shave them all off. And they used broken bottles. If you are lucky, they get to use sharpened knife on you. Once that was done, they moved them slowly down to the river. In the chains, a round metal ball was added to the chains around their ankle so that they could walk in there, and then that metal will hold them still to prevent them from escaping. The main reason why they didn't allow them to go to that part is because it flows too fast. And they lost so many of them at the Pra River. So looking at this, they thought if they allow them to go there, they will get drowned. So they never took them there. So they want them there where it looks very calm. Two rivers moving side by side all the way to the sea. After bathing them, they brought them up here, got them to be lined up, allowed them to get dried. Once their bodies got dried, that was when they used the palm kernel oil on them. If they don't have that, they use the shea butter just for them to look more presentable, shiny, and then attractive for the buyers to come here and then bargain or give their offer, the bid, the highest bidder claims. Whoever is picked is first of all branded with the hot metal. They use it to burn your skin, either your shoulder here, your chest, the back, or wherever they choose to brand you. So once that was done, they moved them. There were still others in the chains. Those people were considered in quotes as useless commodities. They never saw the next daylight. Right here, they were all killed at gunpoint. And after killing them, they dumped their bodies all around. The place is full of unmarked graveyards. A couple of years ago, some discoveries were attempted. When they came across the bones, they were scared and then they covered them up. We believe in letting the spirit rest. These people have found a resting spot right here. And then we will go back trying to make them relieve the memories. We don't have to do that. So they covered them up and they're moving. Couple of years, 2005, there was a visit by some African Americans. They got here with a bottle of schnapps or spirit whiskey. They poured libation to the spirits of their ancestors and requested that they would step into the river to take a cleansing and a more spiritual prayers need to be said. So when they got there, one of them stepped on something. They were so curious, they pulled the thing out and it was a chain that was attached to a round metal ball. They brought it up there and we still have it there to show to the masses. We don't take people to the last bath anymore because we prefer them taking their first bath of return. Your ancestors came here for their last bath. So when we come back, on behalf of the ancestors who took their last ever bath, we shall take our first bath of return down the river. I call it Sankofa healing bath. You are on a healing journey. And so when you get down there, all you need to do is to get some of the water, splash it on your body, clean your hands, wherever you need it to touch, you can do that. Yeah, some people come and they take off their shirts, sit in there and wash themselves. Yes, but not everybody needs to do that. Just a finger or your feet in there will be okay. So once you are there, you say a quick prayer to the spirits of your ancestors. You wouldn't have made it had it not been there. So that's a privilege. Yes.
I have a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why they would kill the unworthy commodity, quote
Yes.
unquote, instead
Yes.
of releasing them back home?
Oh, yes. You see, these are people who have lived a whole 80 days with those who are taking their brothers and sisters away.
yes.
Right here, they leave that particular memory with them on your own land, and it wasn't good. It was harsh. Imagine letting you go. Where are you going? You are going straight to where they capture your people from, or if they captured you from. You are going to spread the gospel. You will tell everybody across that this is what they were doing to us, and you don't want that happening. So the best way is to take care of that threat.
Evidence.
That's evidence. Thank you. They want to take care of it so it doesn't spread. And one, if they keep releasing people, imagine those people going to form a group, hiding along the routes that were being taken to this place. Imagine they are no longer in chains. They will fight you and whatever they need to do to take their brothers and sisters back. They will do that. And so they don't want that happening.
They don't want no liability.
They don't want no liability.
So they kill you.
They will kill you. Rather.
They
Now,
kill you.
In addition to what my brother said, when you come to this town and its surrounding towns, you cannot call someone a slave grandson or great grandson or whatsoever. After the abolition of the slave trade, slave was still going on. But after some years, there's captives that were here. They decided to free them, let them go. So I was talking about multiple marriage. The women over here, if they were more than men, what do? You have to go to the town, look for men who have only one wife, and give them additional wife to marry. My brother over here, if he is one of the great ancestors, he might not know. There is a serious oath here. Woe betides you, even if you know, to tell him that your great grandparent was an ancestor. It's serious offense.
Was a slave.
Yes.
Was a slave. It's serious offense. So you even if you know, you don't say it. So everybody is quiet. We all live here peacefully. So they were integrated into society and they got married and they gave birth and their children got married and they also gave them, they got married, and now it's all over this area.
And how do they look at the slaves who were collaborators with the white
masters?
Man, with the masters?
Or
How do you all look at them? Say, well, you took my great grandfather and you sold it.
you know, as I was saying, some of them were blindfolded, both mentally and physically. So therefore, when you go to the castles, you will get to know this. Now, those that were captured and sent into the slave dungeons, then there are some people that, although they have a little amount of trust in them, they select them as leaders. Let them sit at a certain places and then be listening with their ear. When they hear that they are talking among themselves, he has to blow an alarm. He is like a soldier there. So you have to blow an alarm. They are talking among themselves. You bring all of them up, whip them or maltreat them. Sometimes stand in the sun for the whole day. There is a certain part also, if you're a woman and the governor wants to have an affair with you and you resist, they put shackles around you, whip you, let you stand in the sun.